The man was trembling violently. He pried open a bullet with his knife, spilling the powder onto a piece of wood. He snapped nearby dry twigs into fine strips. Next, he disassembled another round, aligning the primer with the gunpowder pile. He picked up the knife, attempting to strike the primer and ignite the charge, but because the cold, missing the target every time. So he used a twig to prop up the primer, carefully aimed the blade tip, and then slammed the knife handle with a stone to finally catch a flame. He had to guard the precious spark, or he would freeze before the trackers arrived. With the fire finally established, he immediately ripped off his soaked coat. The gunshot wound on his left arm was excruciating. He took a huge gulp from his flask, then poured the rest of the liquor straight onto the wound. Clenching a sock between his teeth, he took up the freshly wiped blade. He took a deep breath, then sliced the wound open in a single stroke, trying to dig out the bullet. The searing agony was unimaginable, but this was only the beginning. To staunch the bleeding, he had to heat the blade until it glowed. Biting down hard, he pressed the scorching hot knife into the raw wound. It was the fight for freedom against pure agony, and he passed out. Meanwhile, the trackers were closing in. He jolted awake, realizing he had lingered too long. Further escape was now futile. He deliberately laid a false trail, then sweep away the real traces with a branch. Now the hunter had become the hunted. Elsewhere, the bounty hunters found the recently dead fire and decided to split their team. As he watched his prey step into the kill zone, he knew this was his only chance. Suddenly, the man stopped. He spotted the tracks ending abruptly in the snow, scanned the area, and finally looked up toward the canopy. The man in the tree tensed, ready to strike, but thanks to the leaves, the fat man hadn't spotted him. Just as he relaxed, blood dripped from the wound down the hand. Following the trail, the man looked up. He struck the man down, but dizzy from blood loss, he tumbled from the branch. He was lucky. He landed directly on the corpse, breaking his fall. He quickly snatched the hunter's weapon and thick coat. He needed to dispose of the body before the others returned. Hearing the commotion, the trackers quickly gathered below the tree, but all they saw was a horrifying sight. The man's abdomen was crudely cut open, and his guts were spilled into the snow. To warm his own frozen hands, the survivor had gutted the corpse. With that, he finally escaped the forest.